I will do that right now. We can plot our wonderfulness this session.
I wish they came out with a new Spore.
What?
So I wish they came out with a new Spore.
Spore?
I would love a new Spore.
Electric Boogaloo.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Spore, the video game.
Never played Spore.
Mm-mm.
I'm waiting for Kerbal Space Program 2. Yay!
Same.
I've been happy with my Pokemon Sword lately.
My brother, who is a
Sorting it up, Mimi.
Mm-hmm.
my brother, who is a physicist, loves Kerbal Space Program. He said it's one of his favorite things to talk about because it's so true to physics. Oh, I forgot about this game. Steam is yelling at me to update some games.
Tell Steam to knock it off.
Right?
Maybe. Maybe I just want to load up freaking Universe Simulator and throw asteroids at the world, okay?
Alright. I will be right back. I'm going to change my shirt. I shall return.
I shall be right back too, because I'm going to go yell at some children.
Children.
I will just continue posting crazy things in chat.
Or continue. Yeah, I love that one.
Which one?
The one with the happy Ahoge. It's wiggling. The last one you posted.
Bone Daddy.
Yep. The Ahoge is just spinning, man.
That would just be so weird. You're like the big bad. I have no name. Just address me as thou will. Hey, Bone Daddy. Well, apparently I don't got to try to persuade that hero to join my side. I think she's willing automatically.
Automatically willing.
And back we are.
He back.
What up, Wesker? It's going. How are you doing?
Hi, Wesker. There. I retweeted the twat.
I hardly know her.
Man, that one's too small.
Doing good, just chilling? Oh, I had to take a swim test today. So now, the later it gets, the more my body hurts.
Mm.
What shenanigans indeed. What shenanigans shall we get into? I don't know. We're about to find out.
You know, I don't know why my watch keeps dinging at me. I'm supposed to be off all the stuffs.
Dingy ding.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, and it was talking to me when I was out for my walk today. And it's like, really? Come on. Come on.
You talk to it ever?
Yeah.
So you
all the
talk to it
time.
You talk to your watch and it talks back.
Sorta. Hi, Sakura.
I am very respectful of my
Apple Watch.
overlord devices in my house, because when the machine uprising happens, I want them to know that I was gracious and kind.
Mhm.
I would like to assimilate. Yes, please and thank you.
Oh, so like that crazy joke where there's a weird person at work, but you give them a candy bar every day. So the one day they go crazy, they're just open your door and like, thank you for the candy bar.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You want your candy bar every day? Yep. Okay, good. It also helps my kids learn manners.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Oh yeah, I always say my please and thank yous.
P's and Q's.
The please and the
always.
thank you. Hi, Sakura. Oh. You got to do it. It's just important.
Hmm.
We're at the grocery store. Someone bags your groceries. Thank you. At a restaurant, serves your food. Thank you.
I think that's why the people at Starbucks remember my name, because I'm when I ask for my food, or my drink, it's always, may I have my dragon drink, please?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like anything more? No, thank you.
No,
Thanks for asking.
Okay,
Makes
that's
a
Alright.
difference. And now, even when I pull up to the drive-through there, they are like, Mary, would you like anything else? Mary's my given name. So, yeah. It does, Sakura. Really does.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a difference.
Well, I always say everyone needs to work at least one service job in their life, just so you know how not to be a dick to people in service positions. Because there are so many people that are just absolutely rude, and it's like, have you ever worked in a service job? No. You should try it. You should try it for a week. You wouldn't last. Because when people like you come and order from you and are rude and ignorant, you're not going to know what to do. And you're not going to be able to say anything. Why? Because you are the service person. Unless you have a manager that's willing to back you up, it sucks. So treat people with respect and courtesy. It's not hard. Especially, like, it always blows my mind. Always blows my mind. People are are the most rude at food places. What kind of dumb do you have to be to insult the person making your food? I'm not saying that there's like that there are people that are routinely messing with your food or doing horrible things to your food, but I can't tell you that there aren't. Because the amount of people with integrity seems to get less and less every generation. So think about all the ignorant thoughts that you have in your head when someone says something like that or does something to you, and all the things you think you would do, and think about some people that will actually do it. You want to piss off the people that are making your food or preparing your food?
Hey, y'all,
No. Nope, I'll be super nice to you. I was a server. I know sometimes it's not your fault. I know sometimes it is.
It's usually the cook's fault.
And it is usually the cook's fault. Because they're either not prepared or they can't cook the food fast enough, which technically isn't their fault at that point. They just got slammed.
My dog is the worst attack dog ever.
What did Deacon do?
I tell him to attack my nieces, and he just stares at me and he goes, no.
You do it. Let it rolls over.
Like, you're supposed to attack them. I say attack, you attack.
Now, if they were to say attack and meaning you, he probably would.
No, he would just come to me and say, I love you. Except I told him we were going to the vet this week, and he just looked at me and he just like stood there. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. You're not afraid of that, like the other dog.
Go on, she give the silver away for pettings, right?
Right? Yeah, that's how Deacon is. He acts tough. Like you'll hear him if like somebody walks their dog near my house. He barks and barks and barks and acts like he's tough, and then you come in the house, he barks at you once and then goes up to you and you pet him and he's like, okay, now you're allowed in here.
Mhm.
Like, how are you supposed to defend me from intruders if you won't even, at least pretend to be tough the entire time?
Yeah, I have no qualms that Atlas will be the biggest weenie, useless piece of dog to ever be his size if someone were actually to intrude into my house. However, I would know that they were in my house.
Yeah,
and
that's
for
true.
that, he's useful.
That's what Chihuahuas are good
I mean,
for.
I tried to get him to attack Mimi when she came over.
She's like, look at you, precious. He's like, oh, yeah.
Yep.
Currently getting pets.
Yep, and I'll take a nap and he cuddles up right next to me and I use him as a pillow and he lets me.
Dad, I like this lady. Dad, I like this lady. I like
Mhm.
this lady a lot. Can I keep her? Can I keep her? Oh, belly rubs. Oh.
He's a slut for attention, just like me.
Oh. Give you plenty of attentions. Although, you are currently vying for the certain attentions of one here in the game. Forsaking all others.
Yep,
so
I know.
long as you
Ladies of
don't go
10
back
towns, I'm
to,
so sorry.
Doc
Yeah,
Town.
I'm hoping that we get a response.
Yeah.
I want her response.
Dear Krathok, I don't want no scrub.
Oh, no!
I was just thinking, the 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
So
You want to be my lover? You got to get with my friends.
I saw a tweet from a pretty prominent individual, saying that we wouldn't be complaining, or what was it? Oh, we wouldn't be so against carpools if TLC wouldn't have made fun of guys hopping in their best friend's rides.
Yes. Yes.
I remember seeing that.
I saw that post too, and I thought, how funny is that? But my environment. But
Well,
you don't like men who don't have car. How
well,
am I supposed to present you with the shiny if I'm not allowed to have the shiny?
Probably saw it on my retweet of it.
I think I did.
Because I retweeted the hell out of that one. I was like, yep, so true.
I literally this year for my wife's birthday, I was like, honey, I have no idea what to get you. Like, we're to the point where we get ourselves the things that we want to get ourselves. So it's very difficult to like get us a present. And I basically just walked up and I was like, honey, I have no idea what you want. You just got, your purse. You sold 2 purses and you got a new purse and you're all happy with that and it's all wonderful. I was like, does the age-old tradition of me presenting you with shiny stones work? And she goes, yeah, it does. I said, okay, I will provide you with shiny stones. You're banning yourself from Discord? No. What else is in there?
I can give you a list of shiny stones.
Oh, dear God.
That won't break the bank.
Geigen.
Geigen.
How much did you post?
He posted a
Everything.
lot.
All of it.
Oh my gosh.
But Doug, that one's funny. The
Isn't it?
horses one.
Yep.
Oh my God. I never thought about that, but now now it's all I can ever think about. Thanks.
Right?
Just gonna let out a little toot.
Oh, that's funny. The shapeshifter one?
Oh yeah, I love those comics. Are great.
Mm-hmm.
Mimi.
I have no name. Address me as thou wilt. Bone Daddy. No, not that. No, not that. We're just letting everybody file in. Mimi, do you want to regale us with the events of last session? Then we can get
Yeah,
into this.
give me 1 second.
Sure.
Okay. So we had our little celebration of Drathar being back, and then of course the speaker being back. She seems to have come through it fairly unscathed. She does have a scar that is it's shiny. It's like diamond sparkles in that scar. She's still resting up after everything. Let's see here. The people from the Sky Tower came, and we brought them up to date on everything. So Kaneki, Stewart, and of course Corin's love, Tabitha. So that was, you know, the most wonderful thing that Corin ever saw, and was so happy to see her.
Totally didn't try to escape.
So Poppy
Totally didn't try to escape.
So Poppy also cornered the sheriff at one point and told him, you know, hey, I see how you feel about her, meaning the speaker, and told him not to let her get away. And he just kind of stammered and then kind of shuffled off. Krathok decided to declare his love to Ogilai and penned one of the most beautiful sonnets you could ever imagine. And
God Astley was pleased.
Yes, the god of love, Astley, was very pleased with that. Let's see here. So we had our celebration at the White Lady Inn. No, not the White Lady Inn.
Northlook.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of fun because Corin and Tabitha were actually able to spend some time alone together. And they actually made a wreck of the room because of it. And so everybody was so happy that they finally were able to, you know, be together.
It's not about the size, it's the motion in the ocean. Am I right, Corin? Eh?
Yeah.
Give her the old thunder step.
Muffled screaming.
Oh no, Ogilai might come and hear about the rumors about Corin and be like, Rathok? God, he was so last year. Corin's the real man.
Yep, you never know.
For my heart's desire. Corin.
Yep. And so Nims and Stewart were, according to Kaneki, kind of eyeing Poppy as she wasn't, you know, and Poppy was like, what? So the evening kind of ended. All the core subjects, so like Estia, Bardaman, Nim, Scramsax, Krathok, Poppy, Drathar, Kaneki, Stewart, we were all there. The speaker came over and said to meet at the town hall tomorrow. And at that point, the inn shut down. We all go back to the house and settle in for the evening. And last we left, all was quiet, except for footsteps heading up the stairs into Corin's room.
Indeed. Indeed. And Geigen, I'm afraid to ask what NTR is, but I have to ask anyway.
You don't know what NTR is?
Is that like not rated? Is that what that is?
No.
That's why I'm scared. Just message me if it's inappropriate.
No,
just tell us.
I mean, it's a degenerate thing, but basically...
It's a degenerate thing?
Yeah, it's Technically, it's a tag you can use for like porn or other things, or stories. But NTR is basically like porn is stealing Graphox women from him. He's being NTR'd.
Again,
What?
further explanation is needed for me to properly understand, but I do not have the time, nor is this the place. Corin,
Perfect place.
article.
Corin,
Time nor the place.
you
Have you played with us?
are asleep in your bed.
Mm-hmm.
You feel this sense of relief that you were able to get yourself out of a very precarious situation. I need you to give me a perception check.
All right. 1 perception check coming up.
1 perception check.
That's going to be a 10.
Okie dokie. Corin,
Mhm.
you are sound asleep. You have beautiful dreams. What would Corin dream of if he were to have sweet dreams?
Food.
He'd probably be dreaming of maybe flying through the sky on the Griffin, through the clouds and whatnot.
Corin, as you're dreaming about flying, one of the things that you remember is kind of on dives where you would kind of hug yourself close to the Griffin and how soft the feathers were and how they would just envelop your body and you would feel warm even in the coldest of winds. As your dream fades and your eyes open, you are enveloped in another being.
Corin's
Someone
eyes like
else
shoot open.
is in your bed.
Corin attempts to like jump out of bed.
That's going to be hard because Corin, you're kind of pinned. One of your legs is pinned underneath this person who more than doubles your size. Corin, when you open your eyes and you start to look around, you are met with just the color of flesh just right in your face. It's very disconcerting. As you kind of look from one side to the other and try and free your arms feel like they have weights on them. You slowly begin to peel yourself away. And as your eyes come into focus, you see the sleeping Goliath, Tabitha, is intertwined with you. She is currently out cold.
Corin might be panicking just a little bit. Just a wee bit.
Go ahead and give me a Constitution save.
All right. Nope, that's a save. That's got to be here because I get +7.
I'll be
Maybe
nice and
it's-
not give it to you a disadvantage.
Maybe it's coyote love time.
19.
I don't know what that means, and I'm also afraid to ask. Anyway, I'm afraid to ask anything anymore. My poor little horribly corrupted brain is still obviously not at the level of others.
When you wake up
It's
and
an older
want to chew
movie.
your arm off.
Oh,
It's an older movie, but it checks out.
I remember Coyote Ugly. I don't remember
Yes,
anything ugly about that movie. Or anything about Coyote Love chewing your arm off. Anyway, point. Corin, 19. Well done.
Yes.
Corin, you feel like you want to scream. You
Yes.
feel claustrophobic. You realize that your left leg is pinched as your body's kind of on the side, like stuck. And you very quickly realize that Tabitha is asleep. And so you slow your breathing. What do you want to do?
He's gonna attempt to pull his foot free.
Your arms are still stuck.
Oh, the arm and foot.
Your arms and foot.
Oof.
I'll be generous and say that you're able to kind of work one arm free. But you are currently snuggled in Tabitha's bust. Let's just keep it as PG-13 as we can.
You're stuck between two canyons.
Yes.
2 mountains in the canyon.
You are in between the Grand Tetons. Okay?
Mm.
She has huge tracts of land.
Would I be able to use my other foot as like a what's the word? Not like a pivot, but more of a.
We're gonna do this. Okay?
Yes.
You can give me dexterity or strength, and then I'm gonna make you do a stealth. So
it's
there's
+1
2 different
in
DCs on strength and dexterity, just so you're aware.
Mm-hmm.
And then there will be stealth. So seeing if you can actually break free, and then if you do, how well you do.
Well, it's +1 in either, so.
Whichever
But you
one
don't
you
have
want to do. The DC is different on each one you do.
All right. I guess it's gonna be a dexterity check then. Well, that's a save, but it's the same roll either way.
Well done.
17.
Well done. Now give me the stealth check.
Here it comes. Here it comes. That's an 8.
Yep, I saw it. Corn, you are able to kind of reposition your body and gain a small amount of leverage enough to kind of free your arm and your leg. But as you're trying to free your foot, it kind of gets stuck. And you have to pull away a little bit harder than you meant to. And doing so causes Tabitha to stir. But you are now free. I will give you to the count of 5 to do something.
I attempt to escape the
5.
room.
4. What does that mean? 3.
That means open the door
2.
and get out.
So you just run?
Yep.
So you're going to take
I'm
a dash
running
action
towards-
and dash out the
Yep.
door.
I'm running towards Krathok's room.
Okay. Okay. You take the dash action. Do you want to try and be stealthy?
If she's stirring, he's going to immediately try to escape.
So no stealth required. Just
Nope.
boom. Out.
Yep.
All right. Like a scared rabbit, you shoot out of the bed. Corn, you are... What do you sleep in normally?
I think he would probably have some, like a little robe that he probably sleeps in.
Okay. That's all you got. That's all you got on.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
it.
That's it.
You... I mean, are there undergarments or is it just robe?
There's probably undergarments.
Okay. You just jet out this door. Cross the hall into Krathok's room, you said?
Yep. Is it locked?
Locking it. Krathok, the sound of this, give me a perception check. Let's see if this wakes you up.
Crapbox gonna have a crappy perception.
Let's see how well you're sleeping.
Oh, I'm sleeping like fucking dead right now. My 7.
Krathok's snoring is probably the best thing that you could have asked for, because he's snoring so loudly that it masks the sound of the door opening, closing, and locking.
Oh God.
Corin, you turn around back towards the door, staring at Krathok, and he's sawing logs. You put your ear back to the door to hear anything. After a few short moments, you do hear your door open once again, and the sweet voice of a young Goliath maiden calling for you. Corin? 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 Where did he go? He was just here. We were just in bed. Corin! As she goes downstairs.
Corin just sweating bullets.
She's searching the house for you.
Corin's going to try to go over to Krathok and sort of like tap his hand or whatever he can reach from the bed.
I want you to give me an unarmed strike.
Unarmed
It's not
strike,
going to
okay.
do damage to Pi, but it's got to do more than 4 damage to wake him up.
Oh God. Well, I
I
can't.
don't think
'cause
he
that's-
can do that.
I
Then
can only
we'll
do
make
1
it
point of
2.
bludgeoning.
It's got to do more than 2 damage.
I can only do 1
Or
point of
2 or
bludgeoning
more
per-
damage to wake him up.
It'd have to be like a nat 20.
For you to do 2 damage?
Per rules, you can only do 1 point of damage, or as much strength as you have, I think, plus 1 point of damage for unarmed
Well,
strikes.
then if you hit, then you get it, right?
I guess.
Rolls an 8.
He's prone. You have advantage.
I'm prone. Oh my God.
And I'm guessing you're unarmored, so I'm hoping a 14 would hit you.
Oh, I'm trying to remember what my
What's your
unarmed-
dex?
Hold on. My dex is +1.
So 11.
That should hit, yeah.
Thank God.
What?
Corin, you smack Krathok across the face.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Krathok,
What happened? What the hell's going on here?
She followed me here.
Who followed you here?
Tabitha.
Oh. So,
I
guessing.
need your help.
What do you need my help with? You want me to,
Corin's
So-
sweating. Krathok, you see Corin's just sweating. His hair is now just completely wet. He's out of breath. You can see his robe is just strewn open. He's just got no shoes on, no shirt. He just has breeches on. He's just standing over you like wide-eyed, like deer caught in the headlights.
Slightly hyperventilating.
Look. It looks like you're doing just fine without my help.
I assure you I'm not.
Tell me what happened.
Well, I was sleeping.
Did you
I was
insult
sleeping.
her mother? Because
I
believe me.
certainly hope not.
Corin!
Oh God, here she comes.
Oh, she's looking for you. Are
Yes,
are you hiding from her?
Yes,
Why are you hiding from her?
because she was in my bedroom.
Did you not invite her to your bedroom? I'm not understanding. Usually,
No.
I invite women to my bed. If they say yes, I'm usually not running into other people's rooms.
I was asleep, and then I woke up, and she was on top of me, and very harrowing. I'm sorry. Please help me.
It's
All
so
right.
heavy.
All right. Hide under my bed,
What's up, better?
and I will be right back.
Oh God.
Corin attempts to hide as best he can.
Give me
He's gonna like the boards underneath. He's gonna try to like wedge himself as deep in as he can.
give me a stealth check, Corin.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie. I really
good.
hope after this campaign, Tabitha has a really nice glow up.
Yeah, glow up, right?
Just becomes like drop dead gorgeous.
I can assure you, it's not how much gorgeous she is.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Okay. I will keep that in mind, Mr. Corin. Thank
Okay.
you.
Mm-hmm.
That 11 is sitting pretty strong there. We'll see.
Corin is freaking out right now.
Krathok.
Okay. I'm going to go to the door.
Someone
and
get Corin a
open
paper bag.
it. I'm gonna go to the door and open it, and then sneakily like close it behind myself to kind of, not look suspicious about closing the door like I'm trying to hide something.
Sure. You very quietly open and close the door. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Yeah, I'm a big man. Oh.
You can hear downstairs, Krathok. Come on, Corin, where are you?
I'm not wearing my armor, so yeah, that sucks.
She hears the door shut and immediately comes to the staircase. Oh, Krathok, have you seen Corin? We were sleeping together and he appears to have run off again. He's very slippery, that one.
What time
Krathok,
of the night is it?
As you stare down at Tabitha, you're shocked by what you see.
Is she just standing there nude?
She's totally nude, but she looks a bit different than what you expected her to look like in the buff.
Oh. Like good
Now-
different or bad different?
Mostly good different. Like,
okay.
the armor that she wears is very thick around the middle.
It's not very flattering. I got it.
It's not very flattering, but her without sans armor is fairly appealing.
Oh.
And
Okay.
not to forget the huge tracts of land.
Huge tracks plan.
And her hair is kind of tousled and she has one braid that's still in and one braid that's out, and it's kind of hanging over her face as she's just kind of frantically looking through the house for Corin and trying to find her secret lover.
Poppy walks out of her room at this point. What is all the noise?
Bobby, you are on the opposite side of the house. You come down the stairs and you just see bare Goliath naked woman ass. Just right in front of you. 6.5 foot tall, just woman. And she turns around
Oh, man.
and you see that it's Tabitha. And there's probably a
Tabitha.
bit of shock on your visage as well, as that is probably not what you assumed her to look like either. Not that you assumed to see her in the buff at all, but there she is.
Tabitha.
Oh, good morning, Poppy. Have you seen Corin? He told me to come to his room last night, and so we laid together, and it was a very nice cuddle. And
First
now
of all,
he's gone.
you need to put some clothes on, please.
Why?
Yeah, I don't understand why you're
because you're
asking
in
to put
because
clothes
you're
on.
in my home. Please put some clothes on,
Oh,
and then we can figure out where Corin is.
oh, okay.
He could have gone out to the market because he usually makes breakfast.
Oh, he cooks.
He's
Yes.
a pretty damn good cook.
Yeah. So please go get dressed for the day.
Oh, okay.
Krathok, come down here, please.
What do you want me for?
Yeah, there's no way you're both are fitting on the stairs together, so you have to wait for her to get up and then into the room. She goes and kind of puts on her clothes, and as she comes down a moment later, I'll let you, Poppy, have your discussion before she comes back down.
Krathok, what the fuck is going on?
Look, Corin.
No, I'm not looking at anything. Just tell me what's going on.
I'm trying to explain to you. Corin may have woken up in bed with Tabitha, and
Okay,
then
we've established that fact.
escaped. I don't know why he escaped, but I mean, I'm not Corin, so I don't know. I was
Quiet your voice.
I was coming out to, try to throw Tabitha off the trail, and then you came out, interrupted, and ruined my plans. So now I'm just gonna go back to bed now. I'll see you later. Have a good one.
What? Krathok.
What?
Krathok.
He's halfway up the stairs by the time he turns around. He turns around. He's halfway up the
What?
stairs by the time he actually, hears
Poppy's
you.
just standing there shaking her head.
Look, if you want to handle it, you handle it. I'm gonna go back
I'm
to
not
bed.
handling anything. I just want to know what the fuck is going on because I was,
Look, Corin got a little something, and now he's trying to send her on the walk of shame. Okay, that's what's happening.
Oh my God.
That's not what's happening.
I'll
No, it's
never
not what's
understand.
happening. But this is look.
Krathok-
This is what
Krathok
Krathok is
totally would
thinking
do
going
this.
on, though.
Krathok's brain would do that.
I mean, I'm thinking of it from like Krathok's point of view.
Oh no, you totally are. It's
He's
so
totally-
accurate. It's just
totally
that's not what's
thinking-
happening.
This is walk of shame. You're like, hey, I don't want to make you breakfast in the morning. Get out. Like,
Oh God.
You know what, Krathok?
that's
I'm
something
going back to
Krathok
bed.
would do.
Krathok, I'm going back to my room.
No, you told
Yes, nope,
Tabitha. You told Tabitha to go get dressed, and then y'all could talk. Y'all talk.
I didn't say I
Ladies
was going to
talk. I'm
talk to her.
going to
I just
bed.
told her to go put clothes on. I'm going back to bed.
Why?
You deal with this.
No, I'm done dealing
Poppy
with it.
walks
You
away.
interjected. You interjected yourself. I'm going back to bed because
I just
that's what
wanted-
I was doing
Krathok,
before I was
Krathok,
woken up for this
Krathok.
crap.
Krathok. And I was woken up with this crap too, with you guys yipping and her calling.
That's because it's just your basic nosiness of being an elf. It's fine. I understand. I'm going back to bed. You handle Tabitha. Tell her that thanks, but have a nice
Poppy
night.
walks away. Poppy just walks away and slams the door to her room, leaving Krathok right there.
Krathok, as Poppy walks away, the door to Corin's room opens up once again, and Tabitha has, her clothes mostly on. She's very casually just kind of fixing one of the straps on her kind of armor, and it just goes to how fresh you have the image of her sans armor on, that you see her, and it's like you have to do a double take. Like, it doesn't compute to your brain how she gets that much girthier around the middle while wearing this armor. It clearly either does not fit or she is smuggling something in there.
She's trying to smuggle a fucking halfling in there.
Not yet, she isn't. She very well might be soon. Oh,
Look,
what's wrong with
Tabitha.
your dog? It's not a dog, it's a halfling.
Why does it
Oh
keep
my
trying
God.
to escape?
Why is he whimpering?
Why is he whimpering? Anyway, she comes out, Krathok, and she's just, hi Krathok. All right, I'm clothed. I guess I'll just wait downstairs for Corin to come back and have breakfast.
Tabitha, yes, you do that. I'm gonna go back to bed, and then tomorrow we're gonna talk about getting you some more form-fitting armor. Because
What do you mean? This armor is perfect for what I do.
what do you do?
Well,
because
I
you're
carry
a lot better looking
wide-
than that armor makes you look.
I understand it's not as flattering as Ogle Eyes, but I carry a lot of alchemical ingredients on me, and I've been trying to dabble in potions and things.
Oh,
So
that makes
and she
a
all of
little
a
bit
sudden
more
she
sense.
like undoes a flap on kind of the side, and as she kind of undoes a strap, she's able to kind of pull open, like out in front of you, this whole kind of basically like a fanny pack, only it looks like, you know, a WWE size belt on the front that's just like adding to her girth, and it's got all of these pouches that are lined in fur, and she's got all these different potions in there. She's got a bunch of different alchemical ingredients in there, just a ton of different stuff inside this pouch. And you can see underneath when she takes that away that the armor does fit her perfectly. It's just this huge section that wraps around kind of the front, so she has it accessible, but also then adds to her appearance of girth.
Now it makes sense why you're interested in little Corin.
I find his mind fascinating. I mean, he's able to work such wonderful magic, and I was hoping he could teach me some.
Have you tried to talk to him about it, or have you just, done the normal thing that I do?
I mean, in Goliath tradition, we are very forthright with affection. You know that.
Well, I know.
And I can't pin him down for more than 2 minutes without him disappearing.
I mean, he's a slippery bastard. What can I say? I've tried to wrestle that guy. I lose track of him inside my boot.
I mean, he snuggled me all night long. And I heard it from Drathar that I was supposed to come and cuddle him, and we both cuddled affectionately all evening. So I figured we would wake up and maybe have time to talk.
Now
But he's gone again.
Well, I mean, like Poppy said, he does make us breakfast every morning. He's pretty damn good at it too.
Well, if you don't mind, I guess I'll just wait here.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna go back to my room because I need to drink off the rest of that meat I had last night. And then
Okay.
I'm going to turn back and go back to my room and open the door and then close it and then lock it. Fucking. Well,
You hear
Corin.
footsteps going down the steps.
Corin, I tried, and then Poppy got in the middle of it and messed everything up. But you're kind of screwed, bro.
Meanwhile, under the bed.
You ever seen one of those eyes with like the large?
Yes, with the big
large
giant eyes.
That's exactly what you see from the bed. He's like, "What the fuck, man?"
Geigen threw you under the bus, and
Who's Geigen?
not
Who's this
Geigen.
Geigen person?
Drathar threw you under the bus. I was just reading from Geigen in the freaking chat.
Oh god.
Drathar threw you under the bus, and
What's a bus?
threw you under the wagon.
Oh, okay.
Is that better?
There you go.
threw you under the wagon, and well, Tabitha wants you to teach her about magic, but she also thinks that you were a very attractive person, and us Goliaths have a hard time hiding that. So, yeah, you might want to talk to Drathar later about his interfering in your love life there.
Yeah, she's quite amorous. I I don't know quite how to not have that.
It is a very difficult thing when a Goliath takes interest in somebody. It's kind of hard to dissuade them. I'm just gonna let you know.
I feel like a hunted animal.
Well, yeah, you are.
Oh,
But she's probably not gonna leave. You're gonna have to make her breakfast or something.
open the window.
All right. And I'm gonna go over and open the window. I've tried this escape movement quite a few times. Don't worry.
Oh God.
We are on the second floor.
Corin,
Yup.
you stare down. As Krathok opens the window, the chill of morning air just hits you, and it turns your nipples to diamond cutting devices. The air is kind of taken out of your lungs for a brief moment, and as you brave the walk to the window, you can look down and see you're up 2 stories. And you're in a robe and breeches with no shoes.
All right, it's quite cold out, isn't it?
Where again is my room based off of this?
Opposite of Poppy.
You're not even there, are you?
I would
I
assume
am.
that you would have been with Darla, but
That's what I assumed.
or
No,
Darla
because we
with
all
you.
went back originally.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Drathar is opposite the house.
Anything else you
Basically
could
in
open on
Corin's
next
room
door?
on the other side of the house. What do you want to do, Corin?
Fears I can't escape that way. Court's trying to think he's having a lot of trouble. He can't
In the-
escape this time.
In the meantime, Poppy has gone back to her room. She tries to lay back down, and at this point, she's awake. So she gets dressed, comes out to see, to figure out more what's going on, and just kind of sits down with Tabitha. Tabitha, what happened?
Well, you see, Poppy, if you remember, it all started back at the party at our keep, and I mean, in Goliath tradition, if a man is eyeing you and you eye him back, that is somewhat of an initial display of affection, and it means that you go and discuss things further, or you might share warmth. And so when I attempted to do that, he ran. I thought it was a game, as that sometimes can happen, and him being a halfling is not familiar with our traditions. I don't know what I thought, but I tried to find him, and I was unsuccessful. There was horrible, horrible wind and smells.
Feel attacked.
Stained my armor for days. Anyway, so when I thought I had the opportunity to see him again, I was overjoyed by the idea. And I came and when I saw him again, those feelings came back. And I talked with Drathar, and Drathar said that he was actually looking forward to seeing me too. And so she's fine. Good night. Oh, I'm good.
Night.
When he saw me, I thought he was playing hard to get, and then I tried to carry him up to the room so that we could, talk or share warmth, whatever he preferred, and whatever happened was so miraculous I don't remember. Only thing I remember is waking up and the room was destroyed, and I haven't had an evening like that in my life. So that only made me more intrigued, and Drathar said that he had left and was tired and went back to his bed, and that I should join him later in the evening after everyone was asleep. So I did. And I joined him last night in his bed, and he took to me, and we did. We shared warmth, and it was wonderful. He was just so appropriately sized and just fit right there in between my arms. And I felt happy. And I was looking forward this morning to talking with him some more, and you see Poppy, and she kind of like opens up her belt and shows you the same type of treasure trove of various potions, alchemical concoctions, and various ingredients and things. You see, I was hoping to talk with him about magics and spells and potions and various things, and see if there was things that we could learn from one another, or see if there was things we had in common. And, if it wasn't in the cards, it wasn't in the cards, but at least I wanted to find out, Poppy. You understand, right?
Poppy kind of holds up her hand and says, "Now, as you know, he's not Goliath. He's probably not familiar with your traditions. May I offer a piece of advice?
Sure.
Consent is key. You have to actually make sure he says yes."
Well, he hasn't actually said no, and Drathar was quite adamant that he was seeking my
first of
company.
all, that was... Poppy just mutters under her breath, "Drathar." And so Corin is young and innocent, and so you need to just go a little bit slower with him. And try and just talk to him. Talk to him.
Right.
To start. Don't... just hold back on the affections a little bit. Let him get used to you. And just talk to him. Why don't you pull your belt off and put it on the table, so when he comes back, he can see what you're talking about and what you want to ask him.
Built into my armor. If I remove it, I will once again
be
revealing
okay.
in their abode.
Okay.
She has this very confused look on her face.
Poppy's trying to be delicate and hold off kind of a free-for-all on Corin.
I think so. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Or insight. One of the two. Give me insight. Let's go with insight.
Okay. $20. Dirty
Yeah.
20.
Wow. Holy frickin' insight checks. Anyway.
Nice.
Roll a 9, you get a 20. Good lord. Anyway. Poppy, you having been coming out of your sleep and your bed and your room annoyed at this whole situation and the ruckus and not being able to sleep in, obviously has you on a, we'll say, the wrong foot. You're also, definitely trying to defend the honor of your compatriot Corin. But you can see, as Tabitha's talking with you, in the way that she's talking, in her mannerisms, that as naive as you're trying to make Corin out to be, which you have probably a good authority that he's not very naive, You get the sense that she's genuinely acting on the information that she's getting from Drathar and from kind of their traditions. So she's really not trying to be overly forceful in the situation, which is why she's looking at you so confused. And you slowly start to put this together as she's giving you this kind of dumbfounded look of almost horror that she's stepped over some line that she didn't mean to. You don't think that I could have upset him, do you, Poppy? Again, I was just doing. Drathar told me, and Korn didn't say anything. He just. I mean, when I held him, he just looked at me, and when we were in the inn, it was endearing, almost. Like he even shuffled in my arms and only made himself more comfortable.
Poppy just kind of looks down at her hands, realizing that Tabitha's a little confused and a little kind of perplexed. Sometimes we need to go slower with things, Tabitha.
She's still looking at you like she has no idea what you're talking about. To her, she couldn't be going any slower if she was going backwards. I hear what you're saying, Poppy, but I just don't understand. Maybe when Corin comes back from getting the groceries from breakfast that we'll be able to sort it out?
I think that's a good idea. Stay here. I'm going to go get dressed. I'll be right back. Or finish getting dressed. I'll be right back. And we will go find Kaneki, invite her to breakfast as well. So Poppy, and I'll be right back. So Poppy goes into her room, finishes getting ready. She walks by Drathar's room and pounds on the door and yells his name.
Drathar! Drathar! Drathar!
Drathar will open the door, and he'll be standing there in his door, completely nude except for his boots.
Of course
Poppy Poppy doesn't blink. She's, used to Drathar's personality by this point.
Oh, but you had a problem with Tabitha being naked.
Shut up, Krathok. You're not here.
Tracts of land, okay?
Yes.
He likes the male nude body, okay?
Yeah, large tracts of land, mountains, and then the valleys below. I mean, come on.
He's a fan of sausage in the morning, okay?
So anyway, Drathar and Poppy's kind of like muttering under her breath. Drathar, you go up to Krathok's room and deal with this. I will be back shortly. And she stomps off. Tabitha, let's go find Kaneki.
I thought I was gonna wait. Oh, okay.
We want to invite her Kaneki to breakfast as well. So, and maybe Stuart, and if Stuart's around too. So let's go find everybody.
You see her she gets up, and as she does, she almost hits her head on the candelabra that's hanging over the table. And she kind of looks around the room as you're saying Kaneki, Stuart, realizing Krathok is here also. And she kind of gives you this, Puppy, I know you're not used to having a lot of Goliaths around. Are you sure we're going to fit?
We'll make it work.
Are you sure?
Well, if we have to eat in the living room and not on the table, or not at the table as well, we will make it work. I mean, when I grew up, we used to do picnic style in the middle of the winter and just spread a blanket out on the floor, move the furniture back, and have a picnic like it was summer. So we'll figure it out. We'll deal with it.
All right, if you insist. And she kind of finishes doing her other braid that was kind of out, and kind of ties it off and gets up and starts walking with you.
And out the door we go.
You all hear the front door close.
Drathor's just gonna sit there in his door and be like, "The hell did Krathok do this time?"
Why am I getting blamed for this?
You told me to knock on your door and take care of it.
Corin, you're able to see out Krathok's window, which faces the front of the house, that Poppy and Tabitha are walking away. I just imagine your little face like, and you can see that she's leaving.
Oh, she's leaving. Oh, I need to get my things. Just gonna leave the room to get to his room to get dressed. I'm assuming that I meet Drathor in the doorway.
I don't know if the Drathor make his way over to your room.
No. I'm just gonna stand in my doorway for a while and wonder what the hell happened.
Well, many minutes go by. You're able to get dressed, Corin. Krathok, is it time for you to get up too, or did you lay back down?
I laid back down. Not dealing with this mess right now.
You lay back down. Drathor, are you just gonna sit there dangling, or are you gonna actually get some clothes on?
I'll sit there dangle for a while, then I'll go get some clothes.
Okay. Just to remind you, your sister's asleep on the couch.
Oh, I know. She always sleeps there. She doesn't have a room yet.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
keep
she
that
ain't
awkward
having-
or anything. You know, she's dangling in front of the doorway. Anyway, so go get dressed.
I'm upstairs. She's downstairs. It's allowed.
Yeah, it's think of it more like a split level. It's not like a full upstairs scenario. It's not like, never mind. Anyway, just moving right along.
You don't want me to start role playing between the two because it's gonna get weird.
I don't. I really don't. That's why I'm telling you. Can you please get out of the doorway, put some clothes on, and just be fine.
Cord opens.
Drathor will.
Thank you.
Yeah, Cord opens the door to Grathlock's room, glances over, puts his hand in front of his face, and keeps moving to his room. Oh, sorry, Drathor.
Doran, what did Krathok do? Poppy came and told me I needed to fix whatever Krathok did.
There's quite a predicament. Tabitha came to the house last night. Snuck in my room.
Oh, how would she do that?
I haven't the slightest.
Well, you know, Goliath, they're very upfront about everything. We've learned that from Krathok. You know, surprised she didn't just bash you over the head and drag you off to some random cave.
I was pinned underneath her this morning.
I was going to let you get away with the first one, but roll deception on that second part.
Okay.
Mainly because you don't know how much Corin actually knows about Goliath.
I don't care if he knows or not.
I know you don't.
13.
Yeah, give me a insight or a perception, Corin.
With the same roll. Do insight because that makes sense. A 4. He's blissfully unaware.
You poor simple little halfling.
Right?
Like,
So
are you
maybe
sure-
Poppy,
are you sure
maybe
Corin's not a
Poppy
kender?
wasn't so far off.
Like, are you sure he's not a kender? Like,
This is
the way that you roll is like a kender. I just, I have to say that. Like,
Oh my
it just
God.
is. There's no fear. It's just, except for when there is fear, and then it's very real. Anyway,
These poor creatures.
It's poor
No,
creatures.
this whole entire arc is great for it's just for story period.
It's
Court's
100% amazing.
terrifying,
It's great.
but
Yeah, so
yeah,
you have no idea that Drathar is feeding you a load of horse crap. You're just like, oh yeah, it's a really good thing that she didn't take me away and like eat me or something. Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, Drathar has the same face my model has right now.
jeez.
Trying to look innocent.
Yeah.
Well, also
I'm
nude,
just
yes.
so innocent. So innocent, Drathar.
Man died. He's gonna live up his second chance. So, what happened? I assume you're not underneath her anymore, so you got out.
Yeah, so I was able to escape, but I went into Krathok's room. He alerted Poppy, and I guess they were walking away. He just sort of went to sleep.
I mean, I guess going into Krathok's room is probably a good thing. I mean, that's kind of how you escaped last time, by his smell of Krathok. So, doubt anyone would go into his room willingly.
I figured he would probably be the best one to speak to Tabitha.
Are you sure about that, Corin?
No.
I mean,
You've been traveling with the man too, and you know the sort of things he gets up to. How do you know it's not him telling her to do these things?
I couldn't tell you that. That is strange, but I don't think it's something he typically does. He's usually the one initiating.
Maybe he's giving her advice. Maybe she came to him because she has feelings for you, and he's giving her advice. This is how I handle women. He's using it on you.
So I can certainly tell she's amorous for me, and it's fortunately it's not mutual.
Yes, Bendel. I know you have a thing for Bendel.
Cord sort of laughs a little bit, just like chuckle.
Sometime we'll have to have a little talk about that. I'm curious, but that's for another time. So where's everyone else?
Poppy and Tabitha were walking away as I left his Krathok's room.
Yeah. Poppy, you made your way down to the North Look, and you were able to secure Kaneki and started making your way back.
So we're walking back, and Poppy kind of holds Kaneki back just a little bit to talk with her. And Stuart and Tabitha in front of them, maybe a couple paces behind, and Kaneki Poppy just kind of tells Kaneki the Reader's Digest version of kind of what happened, and that Corin may not hold the same feelings towards Tabitha as Tabitha may have with Corin. Kind of.
Kaneki looks at you at first very disinterested in this whole discussion. But by the end of the discussion, slowly seems like she's becoming amused.
Excellent.
Slightly. Well, Poppy, Tabitha. Tabitha's with you.
Well, and like I said, Poppy kind of was holding Kaneki back a little bit to kind of give her the...
Tabitha's just not going to walk with you. You're going to make her walk by herself in front of you
No.
so you can girl gossip behind her back. So she
We're
can't
not
see.
girl gossiping.
I think what she means is she's telling the short story of what happened.
What happened in the
Not so
morning?
much gossip
Yes.
itself.
Right. My point is that Tabitha's going to be with you. She's not going to be out of earshot of you. So, point is, Kaneki, having heard all this, just kind of looks over at Tabitha. My dear girl, sounds like this man's just playing hard to get.
Poppy just kind of puts her hand over her face.
If I were you, I would just take him in your arms, throw him over your griffin, and take him back to the hold and make a man out of him. She looks mortified initially, and then somewhat resolute towards the end. And then Kaneki winks at Tabitha, and they both start laughing.
Poppy sighs. They get back to the house. She walks in. Where are you, Drathar?
No. We're missing a cue here. They're laughing like they have an inside joke going. I'll let you roll perception if you would like.
Ooh.
31. Nat 20.
Poppy, this is not laughter that is like pure joy laughter. This is like there's a running joke laughter and you're not in on it laughter.
Poppy has kind of figured that much out.
They both just kind of look at you. And Kaneki just kind of starts after she kind of settles herself a little. Poppy,
Yes, ma'am.
do you think that Tabitha has an insatiable lust for this little halfling?
It sure seems that way.
Well, Tabitha, do you want to tell her what you told me on the way here? All right. Okay, Poppy, listen. I admit, I am a bit taken with Corin. He is a handsome little halfling, but after how he treated me at the party by abandoning me and leaving my armor stained in stench for days after trying to find him, I must admit I was a bit upset. And when the time came to be able to come and see him again and perhaps pay back a little bit of the misery that I had incurred over the days since they left, or you left, rather, I thought it might be fun. I mean, he is cute. I just wanted to play with him, Poppy. I genuinely do enjoy being with him, and like I told you at the table, I just wanted to talk with him about magic and potions, and making him a little bit uncomfortable is not exactly something that I was not trying to do. I understand that he probably isn't taken with a Goliath woman. We're a lot to handle, but he still really was nice to share warmth with. I wouldn't mind doing it again. And you can see this kind of sincerity fall back in her, that she really does like him, but she also was certainly trying to make him uncomfortable on purpose. She's not clueless.
Okay. Poppy just takes all this in and is like, well, just so you're aware, Drathar kind of set you up for this.
Yes, I assumed as much.
Make him uncomfortable, please. And Poppy just kind of gives her a grin and just says, let's have some fun with the boys this morning.
Kaneki doesn't say anything. She just smiles. Tabitha seems to be introspective for the rest of the walk back.
And Poppy just before Poppy walks in, she just looks at them and says, just follow my lead. Poppy walks in the door, flings it open so it hits the wall behind it, being as loud as she can, and yells just at the top of her lungs, Corin, Krathok, Drathar, get down here now.
Your screaming has now awoken Cathala, who was attempting to feign sleep, to be unbothered on the couch. She now has been forced to acknowledge everyone that is walking in, and
Poppy rushes over to her and just says, play along, which kind of whispers to her, play along. We're going to make the boys a little bit miserable this morning. And we may need your help. We may need your help.
Well, that sounds just like a perfect morning to me. I can't wait.
Tabitha walks in behind you along with Kaneki. Stuart was noticeably absent, by the way. He apparently had slept with the Griffins that evening.
Okay. Which doesn't surprise me. So have the boys come down yet?
And Drathar, do you guys come down?
Corin obviously is probably getting dressed at this point, but he's going to cautiously peek his head out, see who he sees.
Poppy looks up the stairs and says, you get down here now.
I'm going to be completely honest. Drathar is totally going to sneak away. He is going to open his window and he is going to go to the tavern.
Krathok is as well going to jump out his window.
Oh, God. You hear one thud.
Hey, I didn't say I would put my friggin' my armor on. I'm just jumping. Let's go. Here's my
300 pounds of thud.
Athletics check. Nat 20! I'm out! Bye!
Oh my God.
Cowards.
What do you want me to roll? I'm gonna be stealthy about it.
Oh God. Yes.
Fuckers.
Drathar, because this is all your fault, and I am the DM and I have the ability to punish you, I will. I want you to make me an acrobatics check and a stealth check.
With disadvantage, DM.
How would I have
No,
disadvantage?
not with disadvantage. Just straight roll.
He's done this before.
So a 15 for my stealth.
Oh God, 2.
Okay.
Yeah. I rolled a 2 and I still got a 15. Suck it.
God.
Fucking rogues, man.
Oh, don't think
And then
you're
a
getting off
19 on
easy,
my
Krathok.
acrobatics.
Oh, I know I'm not.
Krathok, you need to give me a stealth check as well.
Oh God, I'm horrible with stealth though.
You're very graceful as you glide into the snow. But how much snow do you displace?
Ooh, I got a 14.
Krathok, your big ass jumps out the window. And it's like a meteor hits the earth. Kaneki hasn't even really kind of shut the door yet before your ass is trying to jump out, having heard Poppy scream. Kaneki pulls her head back and looks to the side and just stares at you. And with one finger, she beckons you back inside. Unfortunate for you, your window faces the front of the house as we established earlier. Draythar's, on the other hand, faces the back of the house, and as the roguish prick he is, he gets to stealth away. Because why would he ever be forced to deal with the consequences of his actions, ever?
Except for one time when he dies. Yes.
Except for the time that he dies and gets mad at me for it because it took away magic in a situation that wasn't meant for him that he stepped into anyway.
Corin was mad about it.
I'm going to look at the women through the door and just put my arms out and say, I stuck the landing.
Krathok, get in here and sit down. And Poppy points at the bench by the dining room table or chair. Corin, you sit next to him.
Yeah, Corin's just gonna sheepishly kind of walk, but also stiff as a board. Like straight up and down.
And
Corin
Poppy's just
as you sit down and you're staring at a rather imposing forum of Kaneki, Tabitha, Poppy, and Cathala. They're all staring at you too.
I am going to cross my legs and basic instinct the fuck out of all three of them.
Perfect. Give me a charisma check.
Charisma. Okay, just straight charisma.
Yeah.
Okay. Mother mercy, 14.
You know what? That's not bad. They're not stunned by your charisma, but you certainly pull off the move with a convincing amount of conviction. Cathala goes up to Draythar's room and just very casually opens the door and realizes that he has flown the coop.
Son of a bitch, I should have gone out of his window.
As soon as Cathala realizes that, she is just gonna go back to the door. Well, it looks like all the men in the house are here. Draythar seems to be nowhere to be found.
Obviously, he's not a man.
Technically, he's an elf, but yeah. Anyway,
So Poppy puts her hands on her hips and looks at Corin and Krathok, points at them and says, I don't know what you guys got going on here, but these shenanigans have to stop.
What shenanigans?
You hush. I didn't tell you you could talk.
And I'm asking what shenanigans. If you're going to accuse me of shenanigans, I need to know what shenanigans so I can say yes, I was a part, or no, I was not a part.
Tabitha actually just kind of steps forward and very calmly just kind of turns over her shoulder and looks at you, Poppy, and then looks at Krathok and looks at Corin. Might I be able to have a word with Corin alone, please?
I'm going to wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Corin.
Corin just
Krathok, go to
yells
your room.
winglets.
That's what I've been trying to do this whole damn morning.
Shut up
Everybody
and
wants
just
to
go.
interrupt
Just
me.
go. Just go. Corin, you stay sitting there. Do you understand me?
Corin nods.
I'm gonna go back to my room for a third time and slam my door.
And Poppy and Cathala and Kaneki, I mean, really can't go to another room, so they just kind of probably migrate back to the living room area.
Well, I mean, it's all one big open room. So Kaneki's just going to put her hand on your shoulder, Poppy, and it's just going to kind of look to you and Cathala. Ladies, perhaps we should make our way back to the North Look. I don't think the breakfast is going to be made here anytime soon. And I'm hungry.
Sounds good.
All right, let's go. See you later. And she kind of, as she's walking out the door, go ahead.
As Poppy is going towards the door, she leans down to Corin and says, "Be nice."
As Kaneki leaves the house, she turns up towards Krathok's window. Krathok, if you want breakfast, you better come with us.
Oh, I want breakfast. And
Take the stairs.
You see Krathok just running down the stairs.
Did he put clothes on?
Hell no. Still in a loincloth. I don't care.
He's got stone skin.
Okay.
Hi, Magic. As everyone exits the house, it becomes still. Corin, Tabitha takes a seat opposite you across the table.
Corin's a little less pale.
Nice to finally be able to talk to you face to face. I have a bit of a confession.
This is my confession.
I have a sense that despite the fact that you looked what I thought was rather long in my direction at the party, that you're probably not interested in me in that way. Am I correct in that?
Corin slowly nods. Yes. That's correct.
Right. I have to be honest with you that I found it a little rude that you ran from me at the party. I know my armor can be a little imposing, but really, and she kind of reaches across her body, and Corin, I don't know what you would think that she's doing, but she's undoing a buckle on the side of her armor. And then she very slowly kind of reveals this, whole front stash that she has going on, with all these potions and alchemical kind of properties, mostly from the mountain areas where things are hard to get, that she spent a lot of time collecting. I really just wanted to see if you wanted to talk about magic and alchemy and things like that.
As she's undoing the buckle, he's going to flinch a little bit, and as she reveals the alchemical ingredients, he's going to slowly slump in the seat and sort of sigh of relief. Oh, is that all?
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, Corin. I think that you're rather cute, handsome, adorable, and you're a wonderful cuddler. But I understand that Goliaths aren't for everyone. I was hoping we could just be friends, and if I'm being really honest, I was just trying to have a bit of fun of you for getting my armor drenched in stench for multiple days at that party.
Well, yeah, you're quite attractive to yourself, but unfortunately, it's not for me. But sorry about that. I after being with Kraflock for some time, amorous advances of Galas are well known. But sorry for running away.
Well, it didn't exactly help that Trathar gave me a little hope last night. I thought maybe you had reevaluated me when I showed up again. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't hopeful. And especially when you repositioned yourself in my arms, but I figured after you made a rather dashing exit in the room upstairs in the inn that probably wasn't the case. But then I talked to Drathar again downstairs after I woke up, and he insisted that I come lay with you, that it was on your request. Once again, my head knew better, but my heart didn't, and, well, again, you didn't seem to have any issues with it last night.
But to be fair, I was not aware of your presence until when I woke this morning.
That's not what your hand said.
Oh, the griffins. And he's like, looks at his arms, his hands. Oh, the griffins.
Oh, the griffins.
She's gonna look at you really puzzled.
The betrayal of him feeling like he was grabbing griffins. He's like, oh no, the griffins.
Griffin.
Oh, the griffins.
All right. And she's just going to give you this very puzzled look. And she's just going to think to herself, griffins. Oh. You dream of griffins, Corin.
Oh yes, I love them.
And she just reaches across the table and grabs both your hands. And I love them too, and I love you. And she just, you see her face just give you the biggest puppy dog eyes that you could possibly imagine.
Oh my god.
Corin's going back to the shocked look.
And then you see a smile come over her face as she lets go and leans back very craftily.
Oh.
You make it too easy, Corin.
It's
Am I really that imposing? I mean, I know I'm twice, 2.5 times your size, but still.
It's not quite like that, but after quite a bit of time with a certain wizard, you sort of get start a little bit.
Oh, you and the wizard?
Well,
I would have never guessed.
Well, again, it's not quite perhaps like as you think, but she was quite the jokester. You certainly have shown your way. You're pretty close to her jokes. Perhaps a bit more.
Poor Corin. I feel so bad for you. All right. Well, Corin, I have one more request of you, if I may.
Certainly, as long as it's a friends thing, I'm certainly open to being friends.
It's actually about that. Can you not act like I have 6 heads, please?
As long as you're not being amorous, it certainly can.
She gives you this very relaxed posture. Corin, I make no promises that the time might come that I just lose myself and gobble you up in my body. And she gives you this very sarcastic look.
He's gonna have a little weak smile.
Good. we have an understanding. Now, I heard you can make breakfast. Is that a lie too, or is that something you really can do?
Oh, actually, I'm quite good at cooking.
Could you please cook for me?
Certainly.
All right. And you guys are going to have a wonderful breakfast together, talking about magic and alchemy and all kinds of good stuff. And we're going to take a short break.
Yay!
Thank goodness.
Oh my god.
So good.
Yes,
So
a
good.
Great interaction.
Oh, you love griffins? I love them too. And I love you.
So, freaks out.
No. It's
She
too
wants him to
easy.
get lost in her peaks and valleys.
Absolutely, and I hope she calls her twins the Griffins from now on.
Yeah, the
Oh,
griffins.
God.
You know, Corn, whenever you want to ride the griffin again, I'm here for you. You can make it happen.
Oh God.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I shall
Oh,
return as well.
It's fantastic. There's so much genuine love in that interaction. It's great. Welcome everybody to Dungeon Nytes. For those that don't know, it's a see there, we've gone a bridge too far, or should I say a Teton. Welcome to Dungeon Nytes, our weekly campaign on Monday nights that we live stream. Oh my goodness. We're currently going through Rime of the Frostmaiden and in an extended RP session in town after a very, very crazy set of events happened prior. We just had a couple resurrections. Now we're kind of enjoying and living it up before we move on to our next adventure, which I'm guessing at this point is probably going to be next week's session, as we're having a lot of fun in town still. But we're wrapping up a lot of loose ends and storylines that were started prior and having fun. So if you enjoy D&D and you like actual play and you like heavy RP, well, we're your stop on Monday nights. So please make sure you follow the channel and check us out and do all the things. Draythar's innocent. Lies. Lies.
No one knows the truth yet.
Yeah, Corin does. She just told him.
That doesn't prove anything.
Who do you think he's going to believe at this point?
We'll see.
We will see. He believed you earlier.
4.
Pitiful 4.
Yeah, so we shall see.
Oh, God. If you get away with this, I swear to God. Oh. His vengeance will come
Gonna
down.
try
the
as
bottom.
hard as he can.
Sorry, in a game of Halo at the moment. You're fine. You're fine. Guys, if you don't follow Magic, you should be doing the things, especially if you like the Halos. She plays, she casts, she slays, all the things. Magic Moonshot. Follow her. She's awesome. Wonderful human. Good peeps. Do the things. Also, since I'm plugging all the things, you're going to play my Halo and Flight Simulator. Yeah, I saw a few people were commenting that they didn't know how to actually like pilot the Pelican. They're like, I don't know how to work its flight controls. And so someone explained it, which is pretty neat. But yes, if you don't follow Geigen, please follow Geigen. We also have a campaign tomorrow night, Tuesday nights, where we're playing Pathfinder, and we are approaching the climax of that endeavor as well, a war between all of the peeps that have been collected along the way and a demon army. So, that's fun. That's going to be happening soon. Good old Rick and his rolls.
Rick and his rolls.
Good old Rick and his rolls. He's a old, what, hermit wizard is what you said?
Hedge wizard.
Hedge wizard. There you go. Thank you.
Yep.
You think
Crazy
my
old
Pathfinder
hedge
game
wizard.
continues next week? It's been months. Yeah, that's one of the things, right? Like, I used to get a very how do I put it? I used to get very nervous whenever we had to cancel games or cancel weeks or whatever. And I think especially as again my content creation continues to kind of shift in its days and its frequency, I'm becoming less and less concerned with those things. We all have lives, life happens, and even though that stuff, would happen before, I think probably put some more pressure, at least either subconsciously or consciously, on the group. And I think that lately we kind of understand if someone's not feeling good, we don't play. If someone's obviously out of town, we're not playing. It's no big deal. It's not a big deal. Do we all want to play? Abso-frickin-lutely. It's a blast. But hey, someone's tired, someone's not feeling good, it ain't worth it. And I'm totally fine with that. And that's the way that kind of the real D&D world works. So it is what it is. Yo, Mimi, thank you for gifting a sub to Magic. Wonderful humans, both of you.
I mean, you never know. Some of these campaigns go for years and years. It's not like
This
they play
one's
every
going
weekend.
on for a year and a half. We're creeping up on the 2-year mark here in November. So
Hey, I'm ready for
it's
10 years.
awesome.
Come on, guys.
I'm ready for 10 years.
I want to be
in
like
Rime of the
that.
Frostmaiden.
I want to be like that Canadian group that professor runs that's been going for 40 years.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I'd totally be up for that. I'm not going to lie, though. Anytime we do cancel a session, I am going to sit in my room in a corner, cry myself to sleep while drinking. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but I
Yeah.
understand.
I don't believe you, but I get it. I do.
And
But
I'm going
no,
to hug my hug pillow the whole time and be like,
Yeah.
oh, yes, I need comfort.
Yeah, you need to hug your enemy waifu pillow. It's fine.
Maybe we could find you a griffin.
Totally.
We
No,
can find you
I
a
think
griffin.
Corn's got 2 nice big griffins for him to hug. He's got those claims. He's got the griffins.
Okay, got it.
I'll just stick with waifu pillow.
Yeah. Yep.
And don't
Yep,
make
yep,
me.
yep,
I will
yep, yep.
literally go around town and see if I can find an artist and a seamstress and see if they can make me a waifu pillow of Darla for Grathar.
There you go.
Oh god.
I'm pretty sure that's not going to be as hard as it sounds.
Probably not.
Probably not.
It's factual. It's been ages, and I'm eager to resume. Right? I think that's the thing. Like there's a couple points. There's a couple points there, especially in the Saturday night campaign that I'm making the podcast, where, like between someone having COVID or someone having to be gone for a week, it just felt like literally like a month and a half. I think it was a month and a half or almost 2 months before we played another session. And then I realized it was almost 2 months before I had released another episode, just due to my family having COVID and honestly, to goodness, not having the motivation at all to want to edit for hours on end. And so I'm back in and recharged and feeling great. So I'm excited to keep everything going. But my goodness, it's just a lot. It's a lot to do, And I think that especially the way things are in the content creation space nowadays, and this is not to besmirch anything, right? Like there's a certain amount of kind of finding your own path that you have to do and really understanding kind of what is going to bring you happiness at the end of the day. And honestly, for me, just being able to have these the experiences are more and more and more taking priority over any kind of stream or content success. And I think that's where it should have been in the first place. But having for so long been, a content creator first and foremost, and being new to these whole kind of TTRPG experiences, that's not always the way the priorities work out in your head. And so it's I don't know, it's nice. And I feel like it's a lot healthier of a relationship and a balance now, and being able to get sleep. Like my wife is like, you're ramping up the D&D lately. I'm like, no, we're actually just playing our games because people are actually available. It's like Saturday, Monday. It's been Saturday, Monday for years, but it's just, making sure that everyone's actually available and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. It's good. It's good, and I enjoy it. And I'm glad we got my friends.
Yes.
Got the friends. I love that we make new friends. Like I miss Rit. I miss playing with Magic, but I'm really happy that Pi and Mud are here, and we got to make some new friends and have some new stories and it's just fun. It's just fun. And Magic, I still blame Magic for pulling me back into Halo. It's a thing, which I need to go back and play some more of because I like it. I like it. Halo's actually good. I like. Are there some issues with some things? Yeah, but are there more issues with Halo than there are any other FPS franchise out there? No. People just really like to complain. Like Battlefield's got some serious problems.
Oh my lord.
COD has all the same COD issues that COD always has. Halo, yeah, Battlefield, we don't need to talk about Battlefield. Although Mole was playing it and said that it was better now. And I'm like, is it though? Is it? I want to believe him, but I'm not sure.
Well, out of anybody, I would believe Mole over anybody else.
Yeah, but see, Mole likes Battlefield.
Oh,
So he has a
okay.
predisposition to like Battlefield. That's like saying, is COD good? And I'm like, oh yeah, it's good. And it's like, you could take me at my word. I will be honest with you whether it's good or not. But my definition of good is vastly different than someone who doesn't play the franchise constantly.
True.
Right? Because I'm willing to accept a lot of things because I just understand that that's how the game works. I'm a fanboy. It may be, but I'm not interested. Yeah, I just don't have that flame that it's just not there for me to want to jump back into Battlefield just because I don't like the game to begin with.
I'm not gonna lie, I do enjoy Battlefield, but I can't bring myself to play this one anymore. Not since launch. It burned me, so I'm just like, nah, I'm not going back. I don't care.
Yeah, and I think that's the other thing is that there's actually a lot of other games to play out right now. And with Game Pass, like a quick diversion. Ooh, hydrate, thank you. A quick diversion on Game Pass topic. If y'all didn't see the Xbox show or the PC game show, watch those things. My posture's good. I can't straighten myself anymore.
Straight.
But like Game Pass is such an insane value, especially
Really
with what they
is.
showed off yesterday, that like Microsoft has literally made so much value in Game Pass that I feel like an idiot for not having Game Pass. Like,
Well, and I posted in your chat last night, Shark posted in his Discord that
Yeah.
they've got the special for $1 for 3 months for
Right.
new users.
and they run those specials all the time, but like even if you think about it, right, $15 a month is still $120 a year. That's 2 games. That's 2 brand new $60 games, and most games are starting to trend to that $70 mark, right? So you're talking like 2 games essentially for an entire year's worth of new releases, indie games, all kinds of stuff. And now they're bringing things like Persona, which was previously a PS4 exclusive franchise. I think also said PC for some of them, but started off as a PS4 exclusive franchise and is now coming to it. They're knocking it out of the park, especially now that they've consumed Bethesda. Now they got Activision Blizzard going. It's a force to be reckoned with, and it brings a hell of a lot of value to having the console or having the subscription on PC. It's insane. So anyway, really good show. Go check it out. But my point in saying that is that it makes me look at games differently, because I normally look at a game and say, is this something I'm going to pay money to buy or not? And if I'm not going to pay money to buy it, then I'm not even going to think about playing it. Because it's all on Game Pass now, I'm like, oh, that's not my cup of tea, but I can just download it. I don't have to pay for it. It's already paid for. Yeah, give it a try. And you find so many games that you wouldn't necessarily know that you enjoy by being able to do that. More recent example for me was the Far something Near Tides and then something Sales. I don't know. The both of the Far games are both very good. And they're fun little puzzle side kind of scrolling adventure. Far, Lone Sales, and the next one. But point is, all these games are on there. Plague Tale's on there. All kinds of really good stuff. Go check it out. It just blows my mind. But that said, we're talking about D&D tonight. So lots of diamonds in the rough on Game Pass. Yes, Vetter. Tons of diamonds in the rough. And you just have to be able to explore them. And there's a lot of stuff that's just really damn good on Game Pass too.
Yeah.
You know, there's a ton of stuff they didn't even talk about yesterday that's going to be on Game Pass. That is, I guess it's going to be talked about tomorrow. There's another part tomorrow that they're going to talk about.
Yeah,
even see the
Sakura
Capcom
and
show
I
today.
were just messaging in the
Yeah,
chat
yeah,
about
part
that.
2 on Xbox show tomorrow. Like,
Yeah,
what the
it's
hell's
supposed to be
part
an
2?
extended. It's supposed to be an extended thing too.
Dear Lord. Like, they already went an hour and a half. They're going to give you another hour and a half? Anyway, point is, y'all had breakfast. Corin, you emerge from the house. Tabitha picks you up and puts you on her shoulders and gives you a piggyback ride to the overlook. No, I'm just kidding. No, but you guys have come to an understanding. You had a very nice breakfast. You were able to talk through a number of different topics, notwithstanding, you know, the fact that she kind of reiterated that it was Drahar that kind of egged her on twice in the bar the previous evening, which really doesn't compute with you because you know, obviously asked Drahar what was going on earlier, and he had seemingly no idea. So certainly something to keep in mind. That said, you all walk back to the Overlook. At the Overlook, Poppy, you, Krathok, Kaneki, all had a lovely breakfast with Estia, Scramsax, Darla. You even found Drahar.
He was happily just having coffee or whatever is close to coffee.
There's coffee.
He was having coffee.
He was just
Happily.
having coffee.
Puppy was just shooting daggers with her eyes at him the whole breakfast.
Yeah. Eventually, at some point, Stuart walked in. Nims had aroused himself, and everyone was back in the Northlook. And as everyone was kind of getting settled, Corin comes walking in with Tabitha.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello again, Corin.
Yes, hello.
Tabitha kind of leans down, and you're recognizing that she has this very playful streak in her now. And she leans down, and she just goes, "Thanks for last night," and gives you a kiss on the cheek, a pat on the butt, pretty much like a good game kid, and goes to sit down with Kaneki and Poppy. And as she turns, she kind of gives you a passing wink and just starts laughing.
Yeah, Corin will like perk up, like jump maybe a couple inches when she slaps him. It's like oh.
Those are finger guns.
There's no finger gun. This is from Tabitha.
Shoot up.
Bang bang.
I'm assuming everyone's eating breakfast.
Oh yeah, I mean, they were all staring at you for a good minute, and then very curiously they all kind of went back to their own business. Tabitha sat down and looked at Poppy. Poppy, it went really, really well.
I'm glad, Tabitha.
He
And Poppy
agreed
just
to marry
smiles
me.
at her. That'll be an interesting ceremony.
Won't it?
In the Goliath tradition?
Yes. He's gonna fly on griffins and have his heart soar. It'll be
Well,
beautiful.
I hope
He really does
enjoys
like his griffins.
I hope he enjoys those peaks and valleys.
I think he will. And she starts laughing. No, we had breakfast and it was very nice. We actually got to talk about magic and alchemy, and I really enjoyed it. And I
I'm
think
glad.
we're going to leave here as friends. Which It's more than I could have asked for.
I'm glad that it worked out well.
Me too.
I always knew that you guys would be good friends. Corin's a nice
They're not
guy.
sitting near you, you roguish bastard.
Poppy
I thought they
just
sat near me because she
Poppy-
was staring at me.
Poppy
Stop, she was
just
staring at me.
glares.
She can stare you
Poppy just
daggers
glares at her.
from a mile away.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Across the room stare.
She's gonna stare. Greytower is just gonna happily smirk like my model and drink coffee, looking back at Poppy the whole time.
It's
And
the kind of
Poppy
glare you
just does
get.
one of these.
Krathok is just gonna stare at his food while he eats it,
It's
not pay
tasty,
attention to
Krathok.
anybody.
As usual, you actually have an assortment of corn muffins that are fresh baked with butter and honey, along with some coffee and some morning mead.
Yay!
And he's still sitting in his loincloth.
Hell
He's
yeah, I am.
just sitting there with his loincloth. Yeah.
You don't have no shoes, no shirt, no.
No shoots. Nope, they don't care.
No shirt, no shoes, no problem. But yes, Corn, what do you do? Where do you go?
Corn will probably get a tea for the morning.
Okay.
Maybe a biscuit.
A biscuit. A
Where do you go to sit?
He's probably gonna sit by Krathok, I guess.
Okay. As you take a seat next to Krathok, you get your tea, you get your biscuit. Everything's going ho-hum along in the morning as everyone eats breakfast and just kind of visits with each other.
Greythar is gonna keep looking at Poppy and just eventually just put his coffee down. Poppy, why are you staring such daggers at me? What have I done?
You're a dick.
Well, yes, but what did I do exactly?
Name it.
I haven't
Poppy
killed
just
anyone
goes
having
back
sex
and sips her
recently.
tea.
I can't think of anything, Poppy. What did I do?
Tabitha stands up, looks you dead in the eyes, Drathar, and says, "You stole my heart away. I knew the whole time. You were sending me after Corn, but it was you, wasn't it? You've always looked at me with a certain something." And she advances on you. Yo,
Darla-
Victor! Thank you so much for that raid.
Yeah.
You are
free.
coming in at a very playful, fun moments. But welcome all the raiders, guys. If you don't follow Victor7, do the things already. We raided him last week, and it was a very good time. Very
Yeah.
enjoyable time. Welcome, everybody. I appreciate the returning the love. You've been met with a terrible fate, haven't you? No, that's to be seen. We're about to see what happens in this situation. So, Drathar, you have 6'5" Goliath woman standing in front of you, advancing on your position.
Greythar is going to make a quick look to see how Darla is reacting because he is somewhat afraid Darla might grab a weapon.
Darla is behind the bar, and she is now giving you a very interesting look. Halfway between confusion and murder.
Cool. They've been
I
better.
guess a dangerous state.
I'm just going to turn back to Tabitha.
She's on you
What
now.
do you... Well, I hope she's not actually on top of me.
Oh no.
I would be dead.
She's on you now. She's pinned you up against a table and is leaning over you, basically throwing herself at you.
Does she have one arm on the wall?
She is not Kabidon me. Not a Kabidon. That would be the first one. No.
I knew it was you.
Drathar is just gonna kind of keep his hands up.
When you told me to visit the house last night, you secretly wanted me to go to your room, didn't you? Not Corin's. He's too small for me, but you're more my size. And I bet I'm more your size.
Poppy gets up at this point and walks towards Darla and says, "This is payback because he can be a dick."
Oh, you had to ruin it, didn't you? You just had to ruin it. You had to ruin it.
Drathar is just gonna sit there, and he's just gonna keep his hands kind of up, not touching Tabitha, and be pinned against the wall. I don't know what you're talking about. I have Darla. I'm quite happy with her. What are you talking about?
Poppy whispers to Darla.
I'd never talk to
"Play
you."
along.
I have no recollection of talking to you, Tabitha. Last time I saw you was when we were before
upstairs
we flew away.
when you took advantage of me.
I haven't seen
we
you
broke
for
the bed. Don't you remember?
that.
I know
Obviously
I got a crack
wasn't
on my
me.
head, but I mean, up in the room upstairs was. I mean, was it you the whole time? I thought it was Corin, but I was wrong. You were the one that took me on that thunderous journey. I can see it now. It's all coming back to me.
I mean, Tabitha, I'm sorry. I haven't seen you since I died, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Darla comes over and starts standing over you as well. She turns up and looks right into Tabitha's eyes. Who are you? Who are you?
Darla is my future wife.
Shut up.
You're aware.
Drathar.
Who said that? Was that Darla or Tabitha?
Oh, yeah. That's Darla. I've got this.
I'm just going to say it. I'm innocent, so I don't know who's pretending to be me.
She takes a knife out of her belt, Darla does, and drives it down into the table next to your hip. I said, shut up, Drathar. Now.
Drathar is going to be quiet, but I am still going to do something.
You, very large woman, I don't know who you are, but he finally was given back to me. After I thought that I had lost him, and he is my one true love in this world. And if you do not get off of him, I'm going to take this knife and I'm going to put it into you after I get done putting it back into him. Tabitha just smiles. All right.
While that's going on, I'm going to use my sleight of hand to cast minor illusion outside the tavern window and make a image of myself as if there's another me walking around.
Staring in the window, nodding.
I don't know what you're planning on doing with that. They're both focused on each other and on you. If anything, the only person that would see something like that would be anybody that's outside the tavern or kind of at an angle outside of this initial circle here, like Poppy, etc. Point being,
Don't worry, I have plans for this.
Tabitha kind of leans back and then grabs you by the face, Drathar. I knew the moment that you told me to come to the house last night, that I should have come to your room. It's a shame that we'll never get to see where this goes. Be well, Drathar. for probably a long time before we see each other again. Good luck with her. Hope she makes you happy. And she just gets up, winks at Darla, and walks away. And now, Darla is visibly shaking with rage. Her hand grips the knife on the table. And she stares daggers at you. Who was that? And what did you do with her? And she pulls the knife and points it at your throat.
I did absolutely nothing with that woman. He was someone we met at Krathok's home. Apparently she had a thing for Corin. So, chasing after Corin, he slipped away. I have no idea what she's talking about. I haven't talked to her since I've been dead. You're the only woman I've been coming to see. You're the only woman for me. So,
obviously, we're talking with her about something, Drathar.
I don't know what she thinks I talked to her about. I don't know if there's someone pretending to be me. I don't know if she's just trying to... I don't know if she has some grudge against me. I am innocent. I have not talked to her since I've died. I didn't die.
Roll deception.
15.
You are the luckiest mother trucker on the planet.
I'm also gonna, at that point, just kind of turn as if I'm looking, and then I'm just gonna look towards the window.
She's just
Look,
gonna be...
there's
Eyes on
whoever's
me. Did you
pretending to
just
be
say
me
that
at the
you
window right now.
died?
I did not die.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
That was a slip of the tongue. I was hurt. I did not die.
Knew you were hurt. You better not die. If you die, I'm going to kill you. Do you understand me?
I did not die.
Just like if
Darla,
you ever speak to that massive woman again, I will kill you. Do you understand me?
Yes, Darla, I give you full permission. If I die, you can kill me.
I will bring you back the same way they just brought that speaker woman back, and I will kill you. That is
fine.
a
Can I get a
promise.
kiss before you kill me, though? No? Oh, okay.
No,
But,
she's literally holding a knife to your throat.
There's another me outside the window looking in. Someone might need to go check that out. But I'll stay here. You can... you're kind of hot when you hold a knife against me like this.
Drathar's in the knife play.
Hold
confirmed.
on. Thank you, dice gods.
Oh, God.
Drathar.
Oof.
She is going to take the knife, flip it around, and stab it down on the table, just inside your thigh, cutting your pants, but not your skin. Drathar, I don't give a flying fuck who's outside. You're right in front of me. And if you ever do anything like this again, I'll make this blade go a little bit more north. You're not the only one that knows how to use them. Do we understand each other?
Oh, completely. You're getting kind of hot. We might need a little alone time. You know what I mean?
I think you're going to need a little alone time. Probably for the next week or so. So, have fun with whoever you want, apparently, because I'm not the only lady in your life. And she just gets close to your ear. I will kill you. I will kill you. And then she walks away. Who wants drinks?
Razor's just going to say under his breath,
I'll take another mead.
That's even hotter.
There we go. Put it in the Monday campaign.
Poppy Poppy sees Darla walking by and says, "Good show."
Give me an
Speaking of
insight
that,
check.
Grethel,
Who, me?
Yes.
22.
That wasn't a show. She looks at you like you could be next.
somebody getting stabbed today?
Poppy just smiles and goes and sits down.
It's probably the
I am
safest thing to
gonna
do.
I am gonna do sleight of hand and minor illusion again and just make a sound as if it's me outside, just saying yes, finally, and then have my image disappear, move out of sight. I don't
Okay.
care if anyone pays attention to it, but
Okay.
I am building an alibi.
Krathok, you think I should apologize to Scramsax for the room?
Yes. And you might want to toss some gold piece while you're at it. I know how crazy them Goliaths get.
So does Corin.
Do I hear Corin say that to Krathok at all?
Oh man.
I think we're on the opposite side of the tavern from you, sir.
Doesn't mean I don't hear it.
It's
Is there
true.
any chance?
You got them big ears.
A lot of 10 towns know how them Goliaths be too.
The question is, DM, do I hear Corin say that?
Sure, you do.
Then I am just going to turn. Corin, if you could just let Darla know that I did not break that room, I'd appreciate that. Thank you. I have no idea what's going on here.
I think I need to go see Scramsax first, and he just trots off.
Payback's a bitch!
Yeah, but he doesn't know I did anything. He believed my story.
He believed it earlier. You want to do another deception check to see if he believed what you said when you said, I don't know anything?
Yeah, sure. I'll do another one. That's fine with me.
This is not
Right
fair.
there is going to try
This one's going to be a
Like plus
disadvantage because of
20.
all the information that's come to light. If the dice gods love you, they love you, and it is what it is. But
Well, it's a 9.
So
Or
a
7.
30.
You mean
that
the nat one?
is a nat 1.
Doesn't mean he.
Corin, please don't roll a nat 1.
I make no promises.
Please.
I mean, I
He
Technically
can't
can.
roll lower, Corin.
technically can, because I'm a halfling. But yes, I
Thank the
I'm on it.
gods.
I'm onto him.
Thanks the dice gods. Corin. When Drathar says that he has no idea what happened in that room, you, having seen everything, the whole shebang with Tabitha, having now been able to talk with her, having heard that Drathar was the one that instructed her to do certain things, having gotten all of this going, it finally clicks in your head that Drathar had something to do with this. which further justifies you not saving his ass at this current moment.
The scandal.
And I just want to have like the little butterfly effect. Corin remembers this. Just
Corin will remember this.
just pop up on the screen if I could. It's just Corin remembers this. You don't even have to do anything now. Just Corin remembers this. That's all I need.
He's off to apologize to Scram Sacks. He'd probably have whatever, whatever cut for his month is taken out of the room.
Sure, you find Scramsax. He's actually up in the room, and he's already back to work on trying to fix various things with it. Especially since he's got Bardaman downstairs that work in the bar. He's actually free to do some of this stuff. And as you come in, oh, Corin! Yeah, he was just beer fixing some of what you didn't hear last night.
Terribly sorry about that.
No, don't be sorry. It's impressive.
Well, if you wanted to take the the funds out of my cut from this month to fix it, I would not be opposed to that.
Oh, right. I mean, that would be nice here. I don't know that it's necessary. As long as you had a good night.
I feel a bit guilty,
No, don't feel guilty. It's not every day a halfling's gonna break a bed with a Goliath woman, eh?
Yeah, yes. Mm. It's quite a strange coincidence. Or series of events.
I bet it was. But gentlemen don't kiss and tell.
No, of course not.
At least not until we've had a few drinks. So, when I get done with this, I expect a good bit of drinking and some stories later.
Oh, well, we'll see. Cord's just gonna trot back downstairs.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know what you're sorry for. This is perfect.
Scram's actually he's just Corin, no.
Nodding, winking.
I don't have to work the bar today. I'll be up here all day, and I'll be drinking all night. Oh, love having Bartaman around. And he just goes back to just repairing the window, trying to make it so it's not so damn drafty in there.
Yeah.
As you walk downstairs, Corin, the scene is much the same. Darla seems a little less perturbed at Drathar, although if looks could kill, Drathar would have been dead and resurrected probably 100 times by now. And the door opens to reveal a familiar face. Valine enters
Yay, she didn't die.
with
Yay.
two of her companions, Kenny and Kenny.
The kobolds.
Are they both wearing hoods where you can't hear exactly what they're saying?
Burned.
Well, they're hooded, yes. It's mostly to hide the fact that they are living
Their
dead
mouths probably stitched together.
kobolds. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're not alive. It's
Dang,
not
I would-
hard to see.
I wish they were just like stacked on top of each other just so they'd be a halfling.
No, they're just no. Kenny, please wait outside. Wait outside. It's fine. It's fine. Don't want to scare people.
Good to see you, Valine.
Yes, I'm feeling better.
That's wonderful.
Full day's rest after resurrections is necessary. All the better. I had a bit of eye candy to stare at. Did you know there were griffins here? A rather dashing man with a wonderful accent. Is that you had to
Goodness.
talk to?
Stuart.
Anyway, I came to see if you all were ready to leave.
No,
I know that, and Poppy kind of pipes up and says the speaker would like us to stop at the town hall before we leave.
Oh, she would she?
Yes.
Our bags are still at home, but yeah, we can certainly go there on the way.
All right. Well, I was thinking I was going to get a bite to eat and maybe refill our provisions. And if you want to go talk to the speaker, I have no business with her, and I'll meet you by
Just
the
meet us back at our
western wall.
house. I was gonna, since it's closer, and then we can go back to the western wall together.
Sure, we can do.
And
that.
then, make sure that Estia gives you some of her wonderful tea and honey.
Oh,
I think you'll
all right.
enjoy it.
Okay. I will seek out this Estie and I will try her tea and honey. Also, Corin, I do believe Vindel was looking for you.
No, I should see her before I leave then.
Yes. Do. She seemed rather amused about something. Anyway, and you see Valine, she kind of glides as she walks, as you can tell that she, again, stems from a noble house, and kind of sits down very properly with wonderful posture, and awaits Estia. The rest of you, what would you like to do?
Corn will head back to Vindel's cottage before he heads back to the house. But I think we're going to the speaker first.
Yes.
Did I get that right? Okay.
Yeah. We'll go to the speaker, and Poppy just kind of looks at Krathok again in his loincloth and boots.
They're just going to ask, where are we supposed to be going with her? Because you all discussed that before Drathor was alive again.
Oh, with Valine.
Yeah, because Drathor has no idea where we're supposed to be going. We've never talked about it since he came back.
The speaker died after. Yeah.
She kind of, Cathala, who's been sitting off, kind of by herself, kind of sidles up to Drathor and sits down next to him. Well, brother, that was quite the show, and if you must know, we have agreed to accompany Valine in retrieving a book that could end the rhyme, as well as a lost artifact of hers, some orb that's some type of professor, has some kind of answers about a lost city with lots of power. Just little things like that. You know, you don't have to go if you don't want to.
Obviously, once again, sister, you literally ignored my question. I asked where we're going, not what we're doing.
I don't rightly think we know where we're going. Well, that's not true. I remember now. We're going to the Frostmaiden's home island.
That's lovely. Where's that?
Somewhere northwest.
Enough being
of here.
cryptic. I'm northwest.
On the Sea of Moving Ice. I don't know how we're going to get there, but Valine says she has a way somehow. But we're
Poppy
not
yells,
taking
"Griffins!"
We could.
That
take
sounds like a
Griffins.
lot of fun. Sounds like a lot of fun. And, you know, I'd really love to do that, but I'll have to meet you all there. I think I need to go visit someone first. So I'll meet you near the Sea of Moving Ice. And Drathor's just going to stand up and talk to, kind of whisper to Cathala. Don't tell anyone, but I'm going to go visit Targos. I need to go see his family for a bit.
Okay. You see her just kind of eyebrow raise. She gives you a nod. And then exits. I honestly have no need to talk to the speaker either. I'm going to go back to the house. You can fill me in later. I want to go and take a nap.
He nods.
Right, they're just gonna head back to the house and start packing now for his trip to Targos.
Okay. The rest of you. You gonna make your way down to the speaker?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Time to go to the speaker.
Well, you make your way down to the kind of town center. You walk in. You see the marshal right away. He's actually sitting behind the main desk, looking at something. He looks up at you. Oh. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
I suppose you're here to see the speaker.
Yes.
I will let her know you're here. Just wait here a minute. A minute passes by. He comes back and beckons you come with him. And we will find out what the speaker wants to tell you next week. Next time.
Woo!
On Dragon Ball Z.
Next time on Dungeon Nytes.
We get to the fight, then we spend 10 hours powering up.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
We're gonna spend 10 hours powering up, trying to do one move, just screaming at the top of our lungs.
Yeah, I
With
mean, that's
Grathok in his loincloth.
pretty much it. Krathok is
There's a little
just going to be
screaming.
screaming for the next 3 sessions, and then he's going to unleash an attack so powerful that it destroys the Rime of the Frostmaiden. And
Half of the world
Done.
destroyed. Yes.
done.
So, biological warfare again.
Look, I feel like
His power up was an endless supply of yak's milk infused into his veins. It's a different type of bomb. There's a lot of spirit in it. Anyway. So, thanks everybody for coming out tonight. Thank you again, Victor7, for dropping by with that raid. Bender, thank you so much for the follow and welcome. Hope you guys enjoyed a little foray into some fun tonight. We are fairly along in Rime of the Frostmaiden if you guys have played that, or if you haven't. There's I think 8 or so chapters to Rime of the Frostmaiden as a campaign. I have the book right next to me. I could totally just look. May I make a suggestion, please? I love suggestions. Yeah, there's 7 chapters and an epilogue.
Nice.
And we are currently around the chapter 5 area. So
Epilogues are good.
we still have a ways to go if we want to. But we are nearing a confrontation point that I am looking forward to.
I think we already had one tonight.
Death again. You streamed up max and the volume is still extremely low? Yeah, sure. Can certainly do that. Let's see. Actually, let me see. Perhaps. I'm going to turn up the volume a good bit. So if you guys have your volumes up on your end, I'm going to ask that you turn them down from max.
Pump up the volume.
I don't have it
pump
up
it
at all.
All right. Is that any better?
This is Gordon's voice. Hello.
I have headphones, so I tend not to be the best
This is
person.
pirate.
Fair.
This is Mimi.
Well, I raised the entire volume by 5 dB. So let me crank it a smidge more. All right. I've cranked a smidge more.
One smidgen.
A
of pitch.
smidgen.
Smidgen?
I've
Smidgen?
given it an 8 dB boost. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get without going too crazy. That sounds
Big
wonderful.
oops.
Well, thank you.
Good
Yeah.
to know.
I know it's going to start clipping on me. Plenty loud. Okay, perfect. I might dial it back a hair because it's getting close to Clippy Town, but
Little peek.
a little peaky. We'll go with a happy medium of a 6 dB. Plenty loud.
Yeah.
Now at about 50% for you. Okay. We're gonna settle at 6. 6 is probably good. We'll leave it there. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that you can hear us now. That sounds fantastic. Well, thank you for letting me know. That's a quick fix. That is a quick fix. I have the live AverMedia live streamer Nexus, so I'm an AverMedia partner. I have the AverMedia live streamer Nexus, which is like an all-in-one thingamabobber. So I have everything going out to a single mix for the audience, and that's just one input in OBS. And so if that's as loud as it could be, all I had to do was crank it a little bit in OBS and done. All the delectables. But yeah, but thanks, man. Thanks for coming in and stopping by and dropping in. Yeah, this whole exchange has been a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
My goodness. The escapades of Corin, I continue to love with all my heart.
Yes.
Oh, so good. So good. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Let's see who else we got live. Rat Meow, that we can also pass on the lovies.
Let's see here.
Who we got?
Behold Roleplay. They're on episode 1, the Chimera Collective, Darkness in Darvasta.
Let's see.
They're Dungeons and Dragons.
D&D.
ADH Adventures.
Let's see. We haven't said hi to them in a long time. I don't think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can go say what's up to ADH Adventures. ADH Adventures. I love that group. They're a bunch of fun peeps over there. So we're going to go say hi to them. That said, gosh, I love when it reads my mind. If you guys haven't joined our Discord yet, please feel free to come in and hang out. We talk about all kinds of fun stuff, games and TTRPGs, not just TTRPGs. If you're looking for more content, you can certainly check out the podcast that we got going on. It's a first foray for me into homebrew. I've only been a DM now for a little over 2 years. I guess closer to 2.5 years. And I'm enjoying the whole process of getting indoctrinated into the world of TTRPGs. So I created a homebrew world. I've got a homebrew campaign in that world, and that's turned into a podcast that has new episodes on Tuesdays. We had a little hiatus while the fam had COVID, but I'm getting back to releasing episodes. There will be a new episode tomorrow, episode 9. So feel free to check that out wherever you listen to podcasts, or you can click that link to check it out on Anchor. What else? Tomorrow night, Geiger Von Huber's channel. We'll be playing Pathfinder on his channel. I hope. Tomorrow I get my revenge. Please do. You already killed my spirit ghost. I don't know what I've earned from that, but
You
something.
did that on your own.
I did. I sacrificed
Wow.
myself for baby dragons. Okay.
Yeah, you literally did that on your own. That had nothing to do with me. You
It's
knew
true.
that was going to do it.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's freaking hilarious.
I did. I sacrificed myself for a baby dragon. Anyway, so we'll see what ends up happening to my character. Unfortunately, tomorrow we'll see how Geigen keeps me alive so he can kill me again. And on Wednesday night we will be live back here on my channel playing whatever. Maybe some Diablo Immortal. I downloaded that and it's actually kind of some funs. Or something else. I don't know. We'll be playing games. Heads up right now. The Wednesday, the 22nd, I will be doing a charity stream for, I think it's Games for Love, which is a charity stream that benefits kids in hospitals. You can't go wrong with supporting kids that are sick, especially as a parent. My goodness, if there is a better cause to give money to, I don't know what exists. But yeah, so we'll be doing that. I believe it's gamesforlove.org if you want to check out the charity. We'll be trying to raise some money for them. I'll be playing some D&D there and hopefully getting you guys involved from an audience perspective during donations and all kinds of goodies. That said, let's go raid ADH Adventures, and I will catch you guys tomorrow on Geigen's channel and back here on Wednesday. Mimi, Pie, Mud, anything got going on?
Not
nothing for me.
currently.
Not right now, no.
All right. Well, if you've got anything going on, don't be afraid to shout out. Guys, follow Pie. Pie does stream. Does all the fun
Sometimes
stuff.
he's a
streamer. I'm going to shout
I'll
him out
get-
anyway. But we're
I'll
going to
get
go
back-
and
I'll
raid
get back to it.
8H Adventures. Love your faces, every. Be the light in the dark. I will catch you guys tomorrow, hopefully, if not Wednesday. See you later. Let's raid.
Raid.
Shadow Legends.
I feel
You're
like
not
it's
gonna
like the old bug commercials. Raid!